You are now listening to Regular Guys Podcast. And just like that, we are back for episode 3 of Regular Guys. We are happy that you, the regulars, can join us. We know you have many other podcasts you could be listening to, so we thank you all for your much needed support. I am your host this week, Maddie, filling in for PJ, but I am also joined by the man himself, Jake. Jake, tell the people what's good, man.
What's up, guys? I really like the sound of that, regulars. Like, we have the regulars coming
Yeah,
back.
man, you know,
I like that. We got to keep that going for the people.
definitely.
Thank you for the love and support. We appreciate it, guys. Thanks for the feedback, and I hope you enjoy this episode.
Yeah, man. And we also had to go into the bullpen for this week to have a third body for this episode. So we had to look to then none other, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Xavier.
How's it going? I appreciate you guys having me as a first guest. It's a pleasure having. They call me X. They call me Professor X. I'm excited. Let's get this going.
Yeah, man. Xavier's a good friend of ours, of course, cousin of Jake. Xavier, you still got those goggles you used to play basketball with?
I still have those suckers hung up in my trophies.
Okay,
I'll never throw those away.
Okay, yeah, man. Those are the big Throwback Thursday, Flashback Friday, if you will. But we have a good episode for you guys today. Last week, we got a little spicy with the GOAT talk. But this week, we are going to be playing this or that with the NFL and the NBA, of course. We also got some good off-topic news that happened in both sports. And, of course, we'll end it off with the hype. So, gentlemen, to start it off, this or that with the NFL, I'll read off some, and you just simply choose. Let me know which one you choose. A little explanation as to why, and we'll go from there. So our first one, I'll give you guys a little bit of a lob, a little easy one. This or that. Start a franchise with Jimmy G or Kirk Cousins.
All right, so I'm going to go Jimmy G just because he did take the team to a Super Bowl. I mean, he didn't take them. He was there for the ride. Let's just say that. But at least he was there. He knows the competition. Kirk Cousins doesn't show up till about week 9 when they already only have 2 wins and hoping for a playoff push.
But pretty much out of it, yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather have Jimmy G at that point.
Yeah, man. Of course, I don't even know if PJ would even say Kirk Cousins, him being a Vikings fan. But what about you, Xavier? Start a franchise with Jimmy G or Kirk Cousins?
I'm going to have to go with Kirk Cousins. Only because when I had my fantasy league, he was giving me some points.
So this must have been when he was back on Washington then, because he's been garbage with the Vikings.
You like that?
Yeah, obviously Xavier likes that. I don't know, man. That's tough. I'll have to go with Jimmy G as well, just because of the Super Bowl experience. But that's pretty much it. I mean, they're pretty both mediocre, if you ask me. This or that. See your team lose every Super Bowl it ever appears in, or never make the Super Bowl.
Oh, man, that's tough. Probably appear in every Super Bowl because you can at least have something to talk about with your team making it being relevant. It's not like they're always going to be a garbage team. But then you're going to have the people joking around. But you can't close your
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's tough. It's tough with that aspect.
Yeah, man. What about you, Xavier?
I'm probably actually going to say never go to the Super Bowl just because when the Steelers lost against the Green Bay, that was some depression for a couple weeks. That was hard. That was a hard hit, and you really get sad.
Yeah, I feel you on that. When I saw the Colts lose to the Saints, man,
I've never experienced that. Sadly.
It sucks, man. So to be able to have to see your team lose every Super Bowl it appears in, it's like, why even watch? You already know the outcome. So I
might as well just be a Packers fan.
Oh no. If you're a Packers fan, we're not sorry, but it's the truth. Moving on. This or that. See your team lose every game of the season or lose in the final seconds of the 17th game to miss the playoffs.
Jeez.
It's tough, man. We got some tough ones here. I'm telling you.
Man. I might so I have two perspectives. As like a fan of football, I think number 2, just because that would be a killer game, like
Yeah.
every year. But I think as a fan of that team, I'd probably go with the first option.
Yeah, it's tough, man. What about you, Xavier?
It's a hard question because either way, you're not making the playoffs. So I'm probably going to
Yeah.
go with the second option. At least let us have a somewhat a good record. You could brag a little bit of your record and not say that you were
0-17,
So
yeah.
I'll definitely go with the second.
See, and the thing is with this, I wish they would explain a little bit more as to like if this is only for one season. To me, honestly, if this is only for one season, I might take that L for every game. I got a good draft pick coming up for the next year, whereas 17th game you lose in the final seconds, that's a heartbreaker, and you're probably choosing somewhere in like the 20s, 20, 21, 18, 19. But yeah, that is tough. But we got a good one on this next one. This or that. See your hated rival win 5 Super Bowls in the next decade, or never be able to watch football ever again. Which one are you choosing, Xavier?
I'll definitely go with the Ravens winning 5 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
I like Lamar Jackson. I don't mind seeing it, but yeah, definitely the first option.
Yeah.
Nah, bump New England, bump the Cowboys, bump Philly, bump Washington. I won't watch it. I can follow it on my app. I can follow fantasy sports as long as I'm following it, but my team is successful. I'm not trying to see none of those teams win.
Yeah, man, it's tough. The only reason why I would say to see my rival win is because at least in my division as a Colts fan, rivals aren't really big. Like, it's not like, oh man, I despise the Texans or the Jags or the Titans. So I wouldn't really mind. Yeah, it would kind of suck because it's like, oh man, they're gonna win 5 in the next decade. That's pretty long. But man, I love watching football. I don't know if I could go that long.
So it's 5 in the next decade. So out of the 10 years,
Yeah, out of the 10 years, so it can
there's
be
5
spread
out.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you still sticking with?
Yeah, I always stick with my first choice. I don't go back.
We like it. We like it. All right, now this one might be a little painful. This or that. Get tackled by Aaron Donald 15 times in 1 hour, or 5 times spread out over a month, but you don't know when they're coming.
Oh, that's 5 times. Because blind hits are actually a little bit better and easier to take rather than knowing that it's going to happen that hour 15 times. Your body tenses up, you get that hit. And Aaron Donald is not
He's not
some little guy. Like, this dude is – this is Thor, all right? Thor with a really dark tan coming at you.
Yeah, this guy's ripped,
just
man.
getting ready to knock you out. It's insane. I'll take the 5.
Yeah. What about you, Xavier?
Well, whoever doesn't know me, I'm a stick. So either way, I'm dying. I'm out of here. So it's a really trick question, but I'll probably take the random ones out of nowhere. That way, I don't see my death coming at me.
Yeah, I mean, it is only 5 times compared to 15, and it is only over a span of a month. But it does suck that, I mean, you could be walking into Walmart and you just get blindsided. And that's what's going to suck the most because you don't even see it. You don't even see it coming. You don't know when it's coming. So you're going to be paranoid. You could be anywhere, at work, who knows, going to the store, getting on a plane, and all of a sudden, just boom, your back's cracked from a hit from that guy. I mean, this guy's elite. So that's a tough one. That's really a tough one. This or that. Only listen to football games on radio or watch on TV, but no sound.
I think I might go radio. Because if you have a good radio personality, they can really liven up the game. Because even if you're watching it, like some of these hometown announcers are kind of trash.
Yeah.
They're not the best. So I'd rather hear on the radio where you have to know how to speak about a game, how to announce it, because you have to bring excitement to it because people can't visually see it. So I
Yeah.
feel like the excitement will be there.
Yeah. I feel you on that one. What about you, Xavier?
I'm probably gonna do watching the game without sound. I mean, there's nothing compared to seeing the play yourself. You know, you can only imagine it so much, but you seeing it, I mean, you make your own sound.
Yeah, I'm there with you on that one. I actually had to think about this one. Um, and it's true. Yeah, you can hear it, but it's like you have to visualize. And your visualization may not even come close to what actually happened. Shoot, I mean, I could be my own commentary, to be honest with you. I could just sit there and just say whatever I want to say to get myself hyped. So yeah, I'm there with you on that one. So for our last this or that question, be the QB of a team where the fans love you, but your teammates hate you, or teammates love you, but the fans hate you.
Teammates love me, fans hate me. Because hate, love, you're still buying tickets, you're still supporting the team. Bad publicity is still publicity. Mentioning me, you're still mentioning me. So either way, I'm still getting the recognition, and I need my teammates to play good. Because if they play well, I play well, we
Yeah,
all succeed, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
yeah. What about you, Xavier?
I think I'll do the fans loving me. At the end of the game, teammates are going to play their hardest. It ain't really going to matter if they like me or not. Plus, having fans liking me means more endorsements, shoe deals.
I didn't, I didn't even think of it like that. That's really true. I mean, yeah, teammates, they may not like you. So you would gradually think, okay, they're not going to play the best, but their money is also on the line. Dang, that's actually tough. I actually was going with teammates love you because, like Jake said, you're trying to, win the Super Bowl and you're trying to get these wins. You need the teammates. Fans are still going to buy, but
So I put it in this perspective. Imagine you have your entire O-line that hates you. You're the quarterback. They're going to block a majority of the game. But if you're up a few scores, you got the game in the bag, but you hate your quarterback.
dang, yeah. I
Yo,
think this might be
my
a tough one.
shoe, my cleats are untied in the middle of the play. Oh no, Aaron Donald just ran past me.
Yeah, this might be
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad.
some Remember the Titans type stuff where Buddy, quote unquote, said he didn't hear the call. That's tough. That's tough. I'm gonna go with the teammates love you, but fans hate you. I mean, yeah, they'll hate you, but at least they won't hate the team, and they can get behind some wins. And at least your teammates, they love you. They'll stick up with you through it all. So that one, I would say that one was probably one of the toughest ones. I didn't think of it like that until Xavier mentioned about the endorsements. But gentlemen, that's it for the this or that. If you're listening, put down in the comments which one would you choose in this or that. Let us know also too if you like this type of stuff, and we'll definitely make sure to keep it going. Of course, we still have the this or that for the NBA. But getting off topic, gentlemen, today, Friday, we had what was a little quiet, and then all of a sudden, the Kansas City Chiefs reminded us that football offseason is still in play. Jake, we saw Orlando Brown, who was currently a right tackle of the Baltimore Ravens, expressed his interest that he wanted to play left tackle. Now, obviously, he couldn't do so for the Ravens. They have Ronnie Staley. But Orlando Brown definitely, showed some flashes and showed that he could play left tackle. He stepped in and played. His dad, who passed away some years ago, played left tackle in the league. Also believe for the Ravens as well. So we saw that trade today. Jake, let me know what your thoughts are on that.
So my thoughts are the Chiefs actually took the Super Bowl seriously. They took that L, and they didn't just say, oh, we just had a bad day. No, they took that L. They went back into the offices, and they said, all right, what happened? Obviously, Mahomes trying to throw touchdown passes while in the plank formation and throwing the ball and hitting people's face masks and still not catching it. But my guy had no time to throw. You need to protect him. So they went out. They got Joe Thuney, which we automatically said, oh, this is a great pickup. and then you trade Orlando Brown for Orlando Brown. But not just that, they also got draft picks with it. So it's not like even without the draft picks, you can still say the Chiefs won because of the need.
Yeah.
But you're adding the draft picks, it's just so much better.
So to go in a little bit more depth as to what the trade entitled, the Ravens sent Orlando Brown a 2021 second-round pick, which is currently 58th overall, and a 2022 fifth-round pick next year to the Kansas City Chiefs. And the Chiefs gave up their 2021 first-rounder for this year, which is 31st overall, a 2021 third-rounder, a 2021 fourth-rounder, and a fifth-rounder in next year's draft. So it's definitely good. I feel with you. I'm there with you for the Chiefs. I mean, this guy's still young. He's still on a rookie deal. I mean, I know they just gave Mahomes like 4 or 5 banks, but they're still set up. And like you said, you mentioned they add Joe Thuney, so it's a good. They definitely, like you said, they took the Super Bowl serious. So that was good to see. I mean, to me, the Chiefs are a big winner just because of the simple fact you got picks back in return. Even if you would have just traded all those picks for Orlando Brown, it would have still been a pretty good. I would have obviously favored a little bit more the Ravens in collecting the draft capital, but to get picks back, a second this year and a fifth next year, that's still pretty good. Plus a potential perennial all-pro left tackle.
So question.
Yeah.
I know we didn't talk about this, but what do you think the Ravens are trying to do with these draft picks? Like if you had to say it.
Well, left tackle won't be obviously a need. You're assuming Ronnie Staley comes back healthy, which I think from what I heard, they were in talks with Villanueva, who was the Steelers' left tackle. Now, if he can play right tackle and be a stopgap right tackle for you, then you're good. But to me, now they have 2 firsts. You need weapons, man. I mean, Sammy's okay. Marquise Brown is a good, burner. You're set at tight ends. You're set at running back. You really need some weapons. And I hope that they say, shoot, if I'm in these first 2 picks, I go out and draft nothing but receivers in the first 2 rounds. So I hope that's what they do. The Ravens, I feel like they are there and they lose in like the second round every year because of their lack of weapons. It's not of Lamar. It's really because they have no weapons, no true receivers to help that guy.
Yeah, I see the same. I think you have to go weapons.
Yeah. In other news, we also saw a couple of days ago, Alex Smith retired. Alex Smith, who currently played for the Washington football team. Before that was with the Kansas City Chiefs. Of course, we saw him with that devastating injury a couple years ago. We didn't think he would ever play football again. But obviously he proved us all wrong. So we were able to see that guy retire. Jake, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, just the way, like you said, no one thought he was coming back. Like that injury, and then he got a couple, diseases, I think, in his leg where it was almost life-threatening at one point.
Yeah, it was
and
bad.
And then
man.
He goes from life-threatening to, all right, he's going to be good. He just has to do some rehab. He'll be fine. And the next thing you know, oh, he's in training camp. Okay, that's cool. Oh, he's full pads practicing.
Yeah.
Are you sure about that? And then, so
he's
you're suited up. Yeah, you're suited up to play.
Yeah,
you're playing? Okay. And he proved everybody wrong. I loved it. It was a great story. Yeah. I wish him nothing but the best. And it wasn't that he was never a bad quarterback. I don't ever think he was. He wasn't great, but I don't think he was ever bad.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just glad that he was – I feel like if he retired after coming back, I feel like it was already in the back of his mind, but he didn't want this injury to be the reason why he retired. He wanted to come back, let me play, even if he wasn't going to play, just to be able to say, I came back, I was on an NFL roster. So, yeah, I mean, like you said, I hope the guy nothing but the best. And to be able to, do whatever he wants to do now, he's free to. Another retiree that we saw was Jordan Reed, tight end who played for the San Francisco 49ers. I'm a little biased here. Jordan Reed's a Gator, Florida Gator tight end, so I saw this guy quite a bit. It sucked, man, because this guy, he has so much potential. Again, another guy who was drafted by the Washington football team. He was good. Jordan Reed was really good, and then it just seemed like concussion after concussion after concussion, getting hurt. He never escaped it. So just to kind of see him, I feel like this is one of those scenarios too where he ended a year healthy. So he said, let me go out healthy and not go out, with an injury or so.
Yeah, like you said, Jordan Reed had all the potential. He could have had the concussions and injuries that happened every season, and it wasn't just he's missing a game or two. He'd be out for the whole season.
Yeah,
like they were season-ending injuries. So if you take that away, this is probably a stretch, but just based off of potential, I think he ends up in his career at least a top 5, top 7 tight end.
Yeah, and it like I said, man, it sucks because it's just kind of like Aaron Hernandez. He kind of had that Aaron Hernandez type game, and I saw Aaron play also too as a Gator fan, and he had that it factor. He was kind of like a receiver in a tight end's body. So, but it sucks. We understand it. Jordan Reed, hopefully, who knows, man? Hopefully, if you listen to this, we hope you the best in retirement, I guess, sir. NFL draft is a week away. Jake, tell me something that you're looking forward to coming up for this draft.
So we know that the Jets got the number 2 pick. Sam Darnold got traded, so I'm really hoping that this means we're sticking with Zach Wilson. I don't see where else
that
you
kid
go.
from BYU?
Hey, I mean, technically I wasn't wrong.
No, you aren't. You just didn't.
I wasn't wrong.
This guy's about to be your potential franchise, man. You don't know his name?
It's fine. I'll learn it. All right. That's what being a fan's about. But I really hope they go that route. And then the Giants pick, I'm not 100% sure what to do there. I know that there's talks, maybe Devontae Smith is there when the Giants pick. Yeah. But at the same time, if Micah Parsons is there, I might want to go that route. Yeah, I might want to go that route. But we'll see. I'm excited for it. There's a lot of big names, a lot of great talent, especially going into the second round too. Yeah. It's not just a first round and that's it. There's going to be a nice draft, so I'm excited to see what these teams do.
Yeah, I mean, I love the draft. Any chance that I get, I mean, I'm constantly looking at different mock drafts and whatnot. So, like you said, there's a lot of talent. I'm excited to see what happens, how many quarterbacks go, who my favorite team, the Indianapolis Colts, take, whether we, trade up or stay put. So, but it's definitely a good time of the year. Gets us a little bit closer to the season. Well, gentlemen, that is going to be it for the NFL part of our show. But we're going to take a little bit of a halftime and hear a word from our sponsor. This episode is sponsored by Kanaya Rose. If you're anything like me, you have a hard time coming up with gift ideas. The standard teddy bears and chocolates doesn't always quite cut it. So if you need something for anniversaries, graduations, baby showers, and everything in between, our friends over at Kanaya Rose have got you covered. We've partnered with them to give our listeners 10% off. So visit KanayaRose.com and use code REGULARGUYS at checkout. And we are back. We thank folks over there at Kanaya Rose. If you haven't purchased anything from them lately, make sure to go over there, check out their website. Of course, I got the inside scoop because she's my sister-in-law. So, but we love the products. Like I said, go out and use that code Regular Guys for 10% off. I promise you, you will not be dissatisfied. But we are moving into the NBA. And again, we are going to continue our theme of this or that gentleman. So I'm going to start us off. I'm going to kind of, like I did with the NFL, throw up a lob question to kind of get the waters going, test the waters here. And then we're going to, of course, throw in some juicy ones. So to start, this or that, be a free agent every summer or play for the same team for 20 years. What you got, Xavier?
I'm gonna have to do the same team for 20 years. We don't see a lot of players do that anymore. I think it's something nice to have. Be able to you play with a team, help them out, maybe get them a couple rings. You'll always be, a part of that city. So I'll definitely say that.
Yeah, I feel you on that one.
Yeah, I go the same route. My two favorite players I saw growing up, Derrick Jeter, shortstop for the New York Yankees, and Kobe Bryant, shooting guard for the Lakers. One team, whole career, and they're, you can't see the franchise without either of those two players. So I think that's something very, very honest and like just great to see.
Yeah, you both make really valid points, but I'm gonna disagree with the both of you. I want the ring, so I'm wherever the championships are, baby. I'm going there. Sign me up. Of course, I'm a LeBron guy. My guy's jumping teams. I'm just like him. Last week we talked. My boy was the GOAT. You all agree with me.
All right. No. Hold up.
They all agree with me.
No, ain't nobody agreed with you. And after that episode, let me tell you.
Yeah, we're still a little spicy with that.
We're still debating about that topic because so many points.
Yeah, definitely look out part 2 of GOAT Talk. We might, bring Xavier back and get his little insight. I mean, real quick, Xavier, who's your GOAT, man? Just a quick
It's
answer.
hard. It's really hard with LeBron and Jordan, but I think I'm going to go with LeBron.
See, this is why we got this guy here. I knew this is why we brought him here, man. All right, Jake, you can go, man. I think me and
Jake, I'm kicking Xavier out. It was nice having you, but it was a waste of time. I don't appreciate that you're going against your family like that. So.
Yeah, man. Moving on. This or that. Game winner at a home game or an away game?
Oof. Give me that away game dagger into the heart of the fans that use their hard-earned money to see their team take an L. I'm trying to see that happen every day.
I'm definitely going with a home game. Be Dwayne Wade, stand up on that scoreboard table, have all the fans cheering you. You got to be at the home game.
You know what? I'm there with Jake, man. Away game, the disrespect to give a team on their home court to hit a dagger for the game and then to give them some sort of a Damian Lillard wave on their home court. And shoot, I mean, yeah, I get what you mean, Xavier, the whole D-Wade jumping. Who says I can't do that on their home court? I mean, yeah, you might.
Yo, facts. Let me jump on the scoreboard.
Yeah, it might not go that well for you, but man, it's nothing like going into another team's arena with their fans. Obviously, I mean, COVID is preventing a little bit of that, but to pack out, I don't know, let's say a Staples Center, you're playing the Lakers or whatever, LeBron, AD, and to hit a game winner, oh man, them fans gonna be super salty. Super salty.
And you just hear that Mike Green in the back. Bang!
Yeah, man.
It's just,
that would be absolutely great. This or that. Break Kawhi's ankles or dunk on Rudy Gobert?
So, like, break his ankles, like, you mean figuratively or?
Nah, I mean, you just cross them up. Come on, Jake.
I think the Kawhi is going to be better because Rudy Gobert, yeah, we love him as a center. He's a top defensive guy, but Kawhi is the bigger name. That's going to be on the top 10. That's going to be on the highlights. That's going to be in your highlight reel when your career's over. That's going to be one of the plays that they have.
Yeah, definitely. What about you, Xavier?
I have to agree with Jake. Just how good Kawhi's defense is to be able to say that he couldn't even defend you. That's something.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you guys on there. Well, I'll go with breaking Kawhi's ankles. It just means more. I mean, Kawhi's probably a top defensive guy, top 5, top 3 defensive guy in the league, maybe of all time, depending on who you're talking to. Yeah, Rudy Gobert is nice, good defensive big man, but to break the Claw's ankles, he won't be giving us any of them laughs after that, man. I can tell you that right now.
It goes back to what we've been saying. Who does Gobert play for?
The Jazz.
Who in their right mind is playing with the Jazz on 2K. No, you're picking
Nobody.
anybody. Yeah, so
You're
he's a
picking a stacked
great
team.
center, but nobody. The popularity for the Jazz just isn't there. So it's
Yeah,
like
I agree,
it
man.
doesn't mean the same.
Somebody let PJ know. Nobody really cares for the Jazz. I'm sorry, man, but it's the truth. This or that. Shaq taking the game-winning free throw or Charles Barkley taking the game-winning three. Now, let me just say this. This does not mean they are going to hit the game-winning free throw or the game-winning three. But these are your options. Who are you choosing? Shaq at the free throw line or Charles Barkley at the three?
What part of the three are we talking? Wing, corners?
Nah, bro, it's just at the three. I can't give you all that loophole, Jake. You just gotta choose, man. You just gotta choose.
I'm gonna go Barkley at the three. He did make them. It wasn't that he never made them.
Yeah.
But Shaq at the free throw was bad.
Yeah.
Like it was bad. like if the game's on the line, and I need a three.
Yeah.
Yeah, Barkley.
Yeah. What about you, Xavier?
I'm agree with Jake as well. Barkley. I mean, there's a reason why everybody talks about Shaq's free throws. Yeah, definitely.
It's horrendous. It's horrendous.
I mean, Shaq bought a boat, and he called the name of the
called
boat
it
was free throw because it wouldn't sink.
Yeah,
like even he knows.
Yeah, and at least with Charles Barkley taking the three, I know. Okay, you know what? He at least had the guts to take it, and I can live with that. But it's like pressure pack moment. There's all zeros, but you got foul Shaq. You just getting to make this. I can't trust Shaq, and I love Shaq. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Charles Barkley at the three. This or that. Break the 100-point record by cherry picking or score 50 points by free throws only.
I'm going cherry picking. Let me get that highlight reel. Let me get that poster of Wade like this, throwing the airplane, just trying to throwing that alley to LeBron. Yeah, I'm taking the cherry picking.
Okay. What about you, Xavier?
I'll definitely choose the same. You said 100 points, right?
Yep. Break the 100-point record by cherry picking. So you're not playing no defense. You're not doing anything. As soon as they get the rebound, full court send, you're literally right. You don't even got to move. Just straight cherry picking.
Let's do the 100. I mean, it's time that somebody else scores more than 100 other than what I'm going to put the 100 on a paper and post a picture. That's it.
I got you. Yeah, I agree with you guys on that one. Yeah, it's cherry picking, but yeah, I think it's about time somebody broke that 100-point record. This or that. Star on a rebuilding team or an okay six-man for a top 5 team?
All right. So there's two ways you can look at it, and I'll talk about that after but I think I'm going to go with the 6-man with the rings. Have a chance to get some championship rings. Because you look at a guy that comes to mind real fast that was like that. That was Steve Kerr. And you know how much basketball IQ and how much he learned from the game. And he came off the bench, and he wasn't a slouch. He just wasn't a starter or a star. But everything that he learned, he took to his head coaching career.
Yeah.
So that's also something you got to think about.
Yeah, this one's a little tough. What you got, Xavier?
I also agree with Jake. I mean, just because you're the 6-man doesn't mean you're not going to be playing a lot of minutes. I mean, just like you said, Steve Kerr, Lou Williams is a nice player. He still played. He got his stats even as a 6th player. And yeah, I'd definitely do the 6th player.
Yeah, it's weird. This one I'm gonna go with star on the rebuilding team because you're the star, but it sounds like your team's not that great in the rebuilding. So at least they'll be able to rebuild the team around you. And if you're rebuilding, you're gonna have some. Now that's the thing. You're gonna have to deal with the losing for a couple of years. I don't know how many years, but I'm just going based off of this or that. So I'm gonna go with the star in the rebuilding team and hope that my front office can get some other guys around me and hope that I'm not here for like 15 years and we're still rebuilding. That would suck.
So the reason why I brought up, there's like different points of view to that.
Yeah.
So if you're a guy that's, let's say, LeBron's status right now, how many years and miles he has on his body. Do you think LeBron getting towards the end of this contract with the Lakers, maybe he's, lowering his production a little bit. Do you think he's going to want to sign with a team that's rebuilding, or he'd rather go on a team that he can still turn it on when he needs to win a championship and just not be the star? So I think that's where it determines on. Like, at that point, I think I'd rather be the sixth man because I can't carry a team at that point.
Yeah, I mean, it's all scenario based, and that's why it's like you really just have to. You could easily just, okay, well, what about this? What about that? In that case, yeah, I'm definitely taking the sixth man. But if you're a star and you're like 22, I can put up with some losing for a while to build a team. Now, but I'm not saying that couldn't go wrong. I mean, shoot, we saw Anthony Davis be the star for the Pelicans for a while, and obviously he's not there anymore. But yeah, sign me up for being on a rebuilding team. This or that. Without the injuries, who's better, Derrick Rose or Tracy McGrady?
I think
This is tough, man.
I'm gonna go T-Mac, and the only reason why I go McGrady is because that man could score from anywhere.
Yeah.
It wasn't just drive in and that's it. Derrick Rose has changed his game to have a job, to keep a job. That's why he's changed the way he's played. Had the injuries not happened, would he have developed any type of jump shot that's consistent? Or would he have just been like a Russell Westbrook copy? Where, yeah, I'll take the three, but my 3-point percentage is like 25. And
Or
then I can
Russell,
say,
he would have been Russell before Russell.
Yeah, exactly. So I think I'd rather have T-Mac.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough. What you got, Xavier?
I'm going to have to go with Derrick Rose. I mean, he got injured so early in his career. We don't even know what it could have been. He was so lethal. I mean, an MVP at such a young age.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy was a beast. It was I could definitely see a couple more MVPs if he never was injured.
Yeah, this is a really tough one. I want to go T-Mac so bad, but I'm a side there with you on Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose, man, was on a different level when he was healthy. He made people want to play point guard again. Like he really made you want to play point guard. And it wasn't like he was just scoring. He played great defense. He was a good facilitator, but he knew in crunch time, okay, it's my time. Let me take over. And like you said, to see if he could, have potentially brought a championship back to, the city of Chicago, like Mike, it would have been something special, especially since he's from there. So it would have been even more special. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, 6 rings from Mike is extremely special. But to help your city win a championship and you are from there, I don't know if you could ever. It's almost like LeBron, or it is like LeBron winning one for Cleveland. It's really special. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Derrick Rose, man. That guy was jumping out the gym before the injury. Our last this or that. You can either get dunked on by Muggsy Bogues. Now, mind you, Muggsy Bogues is 5'3". I'm pretty sure all of us here are taller than 5'3", unless you're PJ.
Yeah, he's not here, so we're good.
Yeah. Or you get crossed up by Shaq.
I'm gonna take the. Oh man,
that's tough, man.
I'll take the get guard. Crossed up by Shaq.
Okay, yeah.
And I say that like, yeah.
It's tough.
Like saying that's like, and we're just saying this because he can't say anything. He's not here. But it's like if Asher just dunked on PJ.
Yeah.
Like.
That's tough.
I'll take the Shaq with the cross. Let it be a highlight reel for both of us.
Yeah, I feel like if Muggsy Bogues dunks on you, that's just like you gotta stop playing. This
Yeah,
guy's 5'3", man. This guy's 5'3", shortest NBA player to ever play. I mean, dude,
Coach, take me out. I'm hurt.
I was 5'3" in like the second grade, bro.
Bro, you were 5'3" when your mom was 2 months pregnant.
Yeah,
I don't
like
know what you're talking about.
yeah. Give me crossed up by Shaq, and we'll start Shaq in the full right then and there early on in my career. What about you, Xavier?
I don't know about that. Just because of the pettiness of Shaq, he would never let it go. It would be a never
That's true.
ending showing the video. It would never, and
He'd
constantly
still
every
bring
time
it
he
up.
sees it, he'll bring
Yeah,
it up at any time he can. I mean,
that's
he'll
tough.
always bring it up.
Yeah, I feel like these last two are tough. I'm gonna still go with Shaq. I can't get dunked on by a 5'3" guy, man. That's embarrassing. That's so embarrassing. That's so embarrassing. Let us know down in the comments, man. You want to get dunked on by 5'3" Muggsy Bogues, or are you good with being crossed up by the Big Diesel? Let us know. Going off topic, gentlemen, the MVP race is heating up. What looked like it was a back and forth beginning of the season, it looked like, okay, no AD, this is LeBron's time. LeBron got hurt. Okay, Joel Embiid enters the chat, just going off. Okay, then he gets hurt. James Harden enters the chat. Now he gets hurt, but you can't just stop there. I mean, if you look at the Joker for the Broncos, for the Denver Nuggets, he's been balling as of lately. Luka's also been balling as of lately. So just when you think it can't get any more heated up, here comes who might arguably be the best three-point shooter in Steph Curry to state his case. Xavier, let us know who's leading the MVP race right now.
I'm gonna have to still go with the Joker. I'm gonna have to. He's the only one who's been playing pretty much the whole season. I think it's a close call with Embiid. I feel like if the Embiid finishes the season strong, it might change. But
Yeah.
I can't with Embiid missing 18 games. He's only played 41 games this season. There's only 13 left. I mean, I looked up the MVP with the least amount of games they played was 60 games. So even if Embiid plays the rest of the games, he'll still be under the 60. I can't see Embiid winning. And Curry is putting 2K numbers in the month of April.
Yeah,
but his record, the record is probably the only thing that's really making him not being able to be higher in that MVP ladder.
So now let me ask you this. Let's say Curry continues to put up these numbers and gets the Warriors into the playoffs. Is he still, like you say, or has he jumped Embiid and the Joker?
If he keeps putting numbers like he did this month, I could definitely see us going back to that discussion. I still think the record is too low to him to pass the Joker or even Embiid, but it'll be a tough call, especially the numbers that he's putting.
Yeah. Yeah, it is tough, man. But it is also very exciting to see these guys. I'm gonna go there. I didn't even think of that. See, I was about to say Embiid just because of how dominant he's been. But if we're going off just pure consistency, yeah, the Joker has been there the whole entire season. Except even with Murray being out for the rest of the year, he's still showing he's the guy. He can be the guy. No Murray, whatever the case is. So, yeah, I definitely have to go there. What about you, Jake? Who do you think it is?
A name that you guys probably aren't even thinking of right now.
No.
No. Like I said it, I think last week. I said it last week. I'm going to be the Skip Bayless for this podcast.
Skip.
Okay? I'm going to take that step right now. Now, who is my favorite team? Who is my favorite team at?
No.
Ask me who my favorite team is.
No, please. Who's your favorite team, Jake?
My favorite team is the New York Knicks with the 4th seed in the NFC East. As of right now, if they
We're
keep,
talking NBA, bro.
the Eastern Comp, New York, and I just went NFC.
He's so excited. Yeah, he's so excited.
Yeah.
He
This
didn't
is
know
why
what
it's the regular guys, people. All right, we make mistakes. So they are the 4th seed in the Eastern Conference. If they keep it up, even if they go with the 5th seed, they probably have the first round with home field advantage. Okay. That's a first for it's been years, like way before I was even watching basketball. So I'm going to go with Julius Randle. And look at this. He's averaging 23 a game. That's almost 24. 10 rebounds, 6 assists, and that field goal percentage is at 46. He's absolutely dominating right now. And he's not playing the 5.
Yeah.
He's playing the 3 and sometimes the 4. Like he is, so that field goal percentage to be at 46 for a guy of his size, not being really known for a shooter, that's phenomenal. And without him, I honestly don't know if the Knicks are that high up in the conference. You have to give him some type of respect. And Tom Thibodeau.
I will say this. Although I don't think he's MVP, I am extremely happy that the Knicks are doing well. The Knicks are one of those teams that if the Knicks are playing great basketball in general is great. So that is true. The Knicks this year give me a very good resemblance of the Clippers before Kawhi and Paul George. They just had, a bunch of dogs on the team. They had Shea Gilgeous-Alexander before they traded him. They still made the playoffs, and then they gave the Warriors team that had Durant, they gave them a run for the money. I think they went all the way to Game 6. This is kind of who they're giving me resemblance of. So all I got to say is just going forward, keep who you have now. Keep Julius Randle, keep Barrett, all those guys, Robinson. Don't trade anybody up for a flashy superstar. Let that superstar come to you. But Jake, I don't know about MVP, man. You're on something right now, bro.
Hey, I told you I'm gonna carry this train and I'm gonna be Skip Bayless, okay? But one other thing I want to say about the Knicks, because you said about the Clippers, they're also giving me vibes of how the Nets were before Kyrie showed up. The Nets were making the playoffs. Yeah, first round exit?
Yeah.
But man, they had nobodies and they were making it work. The last time the Knicks were this good was 2013. But the number one difference between that team and this team, this nucleus of guys are super young. The oldest guy I think is Taj Gibson and then Derrick Rose. And Gibson's not that big of a factor.
Yeah.
So your main nucleus is extremely young. You just got to keep building, like you said. And Barrett's finally coming into his own just a little bit. He's showing flashes, but consistent flashes. So I'm excited for the Knicks' future, man. I really don't think they should trade any young guys. Keep playing your hearts out, and then one of these big free agents is going to want to come play for you because you're showing the fight.
Yeah, man. Thankfully, we're not a New York Knicks podcast because we could have kept going on this. But
put down in the comments if you want that to happen. We could definitely have a spin-off of this podcast.
They don't.
Knicks only. Let me know. Just put it down in the comments how much you guys love the Knicks.
Don't buy it to this guy, guys. We're done with that guy. Moving on. Other news: we saw Jordan Brand Zion drop his first official signature shoe. What are your thoughts, gentlemen?
I actually love the shoe. I think it's a great first signature shoe. And then the one that's named after his brother, I forgot his brother's name.
Noah.
But Noah.
Yeah. It was a crazy colorway.
Yeah, those joints I like that. I love the design he has into it. And I don't know if you've noticed this, but we talked about it the other day. The price points of these shoes coming out with all these new young guys are absolutely great. You're talking about like 120, 110 for these sneakers.
Yeah, they're easy to be able to cop. I mean, 120. And like you said, I'm a big fan of the shoe. I just need Jordan Brand to continue to make their athletes that they have under contract, their signature shoes a lot better. I mean, you had Melo, you had CP3, Westbrook, and like none of their shoes were great. Like especially for how good Melo was and what he meant to the Knicks and to basketball in general. You would think, oh, I would have a pair of Melos, but they weren't that great. Same with CP3, same with Westbrook. But this is the first shoe where I'm like of Jordan that outside of his very own shoes, that I'm like, man, I gotta get one. I gotta get one. Like you mentioned, that Noah pair, that Noah colorway, it goes pretty hard. What you think, Xavier?
Yeah, they're pretty clean shoes. I think it's the first kind of next gen shoe for the Jordan brand.
Yeah, I'd agree.
I think it was a perfect start with Zion Williams to do it with him.
Yeah. So now let me ask you guys this. Jordan brand also has Luka and Jason Tatum, but decided to go with Zion over those two. Was this a mistake, or do you think those guys like Tatum and Luka will have their next signature shoe coming up?
I don't think it was a mistake. Zion's the number one pick. You got to give him the recognition. Just by being the number one pick, he has to be the guy that gets the shoe first. I love Luka. Luka's killing it.
Yeah.
That Mavs team isn't doing anything right now. Same with the Celtics. I love when I say Jason Tatum, he's probably up there one of my favorite players to watch right now.
Yeah.
He's absolutely killing it. But again, the Celtics are not playing where they should be. So you got to give it to Zion. The Pelicans are doing what they're doing. They're playing well in a hard Western Conference. I don't think it was the wrong choice at this time.
Yeah. What about you, Xavier? What you think, man?
I don't think it's so much for how they're playing or anything. I just think the hype for Zion was so big. I mean, it was almost as big as when LeBron was coming into the league. It was a perfect person to bring. The hype level for Zion was, and it still is high. So yeah. I think the other guys aren't getting that publicity as Zion is.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually agree. At first, when I saw this, I said, "Oh, great," and especially because the shoe looked good. But then I was like, "Dang, well, what about Luka?" I mean, we're talking about Luka as a potential face of the franchise, whereas Zion, I think maybe next year and a half, we'll have that discussion. Could he be potential face of the franchise? Right now, I think we're just happy to see him playing healthy this year. But yeah, when you get drafted first overall, like Jake mentioned, that comes with a lot of pressure to it. And then, like you mentioned, Xavier, he's got this hype about him, like it was when LeBron joined the league. So hopefully, I mean, don't get me wrong, I hope Luka and Tatum get some shoes, signature shoes. But we're excited for Zion. Definitely, if you haven't, go check it out right now. He's got a couple of good colorways, and they're relatively cheap, only $120. So, looking for a new pair, go definitely make sure you check it out. Keeping it with shoes still, other shoe news we saw was Kobe's deal with Nike ending. What are your thoughts on this, gentlemen?
As one Charles Barkley would say, terrible, just terrible.
Yeah, man.
I don't like. As a Kobe fan, we obviously know what happened. So it's just, yeah. I think just with that, there should be so much more respect to his name and his legacy. That contract not only should have been voided, but it should have been changed to a lifetime contract, like immediately. Like he's gonna get a lifetime deal. We're gonna retro all of his shoes. Maybe come up with some different colorways. We'll bring Vanessa in, bring the kids in, pick some different designs, let them be part of it. If Vanessa wants to take a piece of what the royalty is, go ahead. Or if we want to donate it to the Mamba Foundation, all of his gyms that he has, everything he does for the WNBA, also his books, go ahead and do that too. But I don't think Kobe should have been let go his contract like that. Yeah, they can sign their free agents with anybody, But that Black Mamba logo,
Yeah, man.
you think Nike. It's not going to be with anyone else. It's not the same, man. I really hope Nike is just trying to renegotiate something, but it really shouldn't be that difficult.
Yeah, I agree. It was a little bit of a head scratcher. So hopefully, like you said, they're able to rework something and get something done. What about you, Xavier? What's your thoughts?
I think Vanessa Bryant kind of knew exactly what she was doing. I think she knows Kobe more than anybody else. Who knows? Kobe was pretty aware of his contract being expired. Who knows if he wanted to start his own line? That's kind of what I'm getting to. I have a feeling that it's going to be another Kobe Bryant itself, their own Kobe
Like
Bryant. I
Brian.
could see that happen. Exactly, their
Yeah.
brand. I could definitely go with that, honestly. It goes the way kind of Mamba mentality, do his own thing.
Yeah.
But I don't see them going with anybody else. The only way they sign with anybody else is if Nike does that lifetime contract or something that is they can't turn down.
Yeah, no, I didn't even think of it like that. Who knows? I mean, maybe this was one of his, last couple of things that he was trying to do was, start his own little brand of some sort. So maybe she was, like you said, mentioned Vanessa Bryant was just doing this out of the wishes of Kobe. So, but we will see. But if you do have a pair of Kobe's, man, hold on to them things. Not from a just trying to sell standpoint, resell, but just because of what they mean, and because of the simple fact you may not be able to get them at least for a good price now, because people will always like to make some good money. So, but gentlemen, that is it for our off-topic section. To end our show, we are going to move into our hype section. So, Xavier, man, tell me something that you are hyped for this week or just the month of April itself.
Well, I'm a pretty Marvel fanatic nerd, I guess you can say. I'm excited. The trailer for Shang-Chi, Legends of the Ten Rings came out. I'm pretty excited. I kind of like what Marvel's doing with their shows. WandaVision, Winter Falcon, and Winter Soldier was they're great. I have nothing to complain about them.
No spoilers.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
Yeah, man, no spoilers, of course.
Heck no. But I'm excited for what's to come. Loki's gonna come out soon. Black Widow and then Shang-Chi. I'm excited for these TV shows that Marvel has been doing. That trailer of Shang-Chi kind of gives me that Daredevil on Netflix vibe. So I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah. What about you, Jake? What are you hyped for, man?
I'm not really with the month of April. I took an L with the shoes last week, so I'm kind of done with April. I'm ready for April to go. Don't really want it. My shoe plug took an L. I'll still be doing business with him, but he's in the doghouse right now. We gotta figure out what's going on. But I'm excited because in 2 weeks, it's gonna be my 2nd year anniversary, so I'm pretty happy about that. Not really much to do, but it's still just a great accomplishment, I feel. As we all know, we're all married. Has its bumping roads, but it's a growing process, so it's kind of happy. We made it to that. We're making it to that 2nd year. Can't wait to continue growing, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah, man. Marriage is definitely a beautiful thing. Man, this is only 2 years?
Yeah, man, 2 years.
That's crazy. I'm about to be married for 5.
Yeah, you're old, bro.
Oh, I am getting old. What am I hyped for? I'm actually really hyped for the NFL draft that's coming up next Thursday. I absolutely love draft time. Just like how Xavier alluded to being a comic book nerd in a sense, I'm kind of the same when it comes to mock drafts. I mean, who doesn't love drafting, whether it's Madden, fantasy, whatever the case is, but just seeing not just where my team, what they do, but where talent falls that you've potentially been watching for in college for the last couple of years. So I'm looking. I can't even speak. I'm looking excited for it. Hopefully it's something good. Hopefully some drama with some picks and whatnot, some players falling and whatnot happens. But yeah, man, that's what I'm excited for. We are also, again, excited to continue on this journey of this podcast. We can't thank you guys enough for listening, the feedback that you give us each and every week. listening to it. One person that we want to give a major shout out to is Sharon and Rick Garcia. If you guys are listening to this, which we know you are, we thank you guys so much. We love you guys so much. You guys are like a second, mom and dad to us. So having your support and listening to us, shouting us out on your social media, we definitely appreciate you guys.
Yeah, man. Just to reiterate on that, that's my aunt, it's my uncle. There's a lot of things in life that I couldn't have done without them. So just that they're continuing their support, it's amazing. A lot of the family of ours are supporting us, but we want that to continue to grow. We need you guys to shout us out, send our podcast to other people. Let's let this thing grow with us, man. We're excited about it, and we're taking all the feedback you guys are giving us. We're taking that criticism and we're trying to use it, positively. We're trying to figure out what's some things you guys like. So hit us up, message us, DM us, comment. What are some things you want to hear from us? Be active on our stories, also on Instagram. Helps us out. We want to make sure you guys enjoy listening.
Yeah, man. And we also got to thank our first official guest on our show this week, Xavier. Man, we thank you so much for joining us. Any closing words for yourself?
Thank you guys for inviting. It was fun. It's kind of nice to talk sports. Like you guys say, the regular guys debate our differences in a nice way. I enjoyed it, and we got to do it again for sure.
Yeah, man, definitely. We got a nice little list of people who want to guest star, so we'll definitely make our way down. And like I said, who knows? Hopefully, we'll be able to bring you back on for that GOAT 2 conversation. But again, we thank you guys, the regulars, for commenting, liking. Make sure you like, subscribe, turn on post notifications and whatnot. And we'll let Jake close us out.
Peace.
Regular Guys Podcast.